We also have with us one of the most promising and beautiful actress in Indian cinema industry. She appears predominantly in Kannada and Telugu films. She has received South Indian International Movie Award, Zee Cine Award, and the list goes on. A big round of applause for Ms. Rashmika Mandanna. To take this session forward, we have a well-known film critic, writer, editor, and author. Please welcome National Award-winning critic, Mr. Bhartwaj Rangan. Now I would request Mr. Ankur Lahoti, Assistant Director, Directorate of Film Festival, to please present mementos to our esteemed guests. Now I'll hand over the mic to our moderator. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome to the last day at IFFI and welcome Nithya and Rashmika. I'm going to start with you, Nithya. We were just having a brief chat inside and you said tumbling into this right now feels like finally adjusting to an arranged marriage. Okay?
Oh,
yeah. Yes. Yeah. Can you just talk about that? Because you said that something in you was resisting acting for a while and now you suddenly started to love the whole thing like an arranged marriage. So what's it?
I was actually talking to Mr. Rangan just backstage, and I think a lot of people actually know that I kind of got into films very accidentally and not with great interest or with great passion to become an actress. My interest was to do wildlife films. I really wanted to be in a forest somewhere away from people, definitely away from cameras, and I wanted to be around animals. I wanted to make films there. So that was a passion for me. When I ended up here, it seemed like so unlike my personality was so not suited for the film industry. Like what is normally required, I didn't have it. I didn't have diplomacy, I didn't have a lot of things, or love for attention. I was extremely not fond of attention. So things like that made it very difficult for me to kind of be happy at work. So I was quite miserable most of the time, for all the time that like I've done some really nice films which people think, oh my god, great films, but I was pretty miserable. But as I was telling you, like very, very recently, I started to suddenly, out of nowhere, develop this incredible love towards cinema. So I thought, if I think about it, there are so many jobs that are there, and when I think about my job, I feel like what an incredible job I have, what a beautiful medium this is, what an incredibly powerful medium this is, right? Because I can make something that will emotionally change the state of people, and that is powerful. I can make you happy, and that is powerful. So I started to develop so much love, and then I thought, oh my god, this feels like, maybe this is what an arranged marriage feels like. I didn't really plan to get married or something like that, so I used to always wonder what it probably feels like. And I thought, maybe this is what it feels like. Well, I've been with this job for like 10 years. And after that, suddenly now I'm starting to feel this love, this sort of very, very, very deep, earthy kind of a love towards it. And I've started watching films, I've started watching international films. I started wanting to get a nice sound system in my house, to watch it properly, to do justice to it. I'm also starting to get very passionate about making really good films, doing something bigger, which I never had till now. So that's a very new feeling for me.
What about you? But before that, I need to ask you this. I really call the Karnataka crush.
It was initially, now I do not know what
I mean,
state
people
I'm
actually
in.
call you that? Is that how it is? They come up to you and say Karnataka crush.
So with my first film, that came up, yeah.
Okay. How embarrassing was it?
So, likewise, even initially I had no idea. Oh, hi everyone. Just before I begin, hi. I gotta give you a heads up that I cannot be formal in my speech, so please do not mind. And yeah, so initially in my first film, I had no idea what film was. I wouldn't watch films. I just came out of hostel and then I was in college and films happened. And my first film, people started, accepting me with so much love and everything. And suddenly there was this Karnataka crush, and I was like, okay, now what is this? It's not, common when girls are, I don't know, they have a name or a tag or whatever. And I was like, Karnataka crush, that's new. Okay, I don't know how to react to this, but I'll just go by it, But yeah, it's quite fun.
And to go back to the other point, like Nithya said, you said that you are not from a great movie watching culture, right?
Yeah.
So when you go from that to being inside this medium, what's that like?
So initially, I had no idea. My first film was so new. I didn't know where to look in the camera. I'm, very awkward when it comes in front of camera. I get very conscious. I don't think I'm super confident. And even now I'm not. But I think through these 3 years it's grown better. I'm much better now. But initially I didn't know how to accept this. I didn't know how to do my work. I didn't know how to, give in to the characters. I was just me. And I think initially it was the features and the newness and the new face
Right.
kind of helped me. And now it is that I'm giving into a character. I'm not worried about how I look on screen, but what I perform matters to me. So yeah, I think I'm just growing.
So how do you give in to a character? That's a question to both of you. Like, can you just take one character that you played? In your case, I'm probably going to take your comedy because that's easily the most kind of complex role that you played. Like, how do you just surrender, or what is your process? How do you get into that zone of playing someone like that? Is that close to who you are?
Really, I'm not sure. I think that's part of every girl in every, one part of their life. They're very vulnerable, they're weak yet so strong and all of that. It's just at that point when I accepted that film, I was in, mental state where I wasn't fine. I had a lot of things personally happening to me and I was like, I need to give in. What am I doing with my life? I have this platform, am I making a use of it? And all of that. I started going insane. And I think even now, some things make me go oh my god, why can't I do that? I watched her, I watched Ohere, and yesterday I was watching the film, I was like, dude, why can't I do that? It's amazing how they do everything what they do on screen. And I think Your Comrade was the first of what I actually started giving my all to the film. I used to cry, I used to be in such bad mental state in the second half of the film. I used to constantly cry, I used to go to the director, I used to be like, no, this is too much stress, can I just take some days off? And all of that started happening, but now I know what it is to give into the character and how it feels when audience come and say, we feel you, we have been through this, and you tell me the stories, and now I know that I need to work on more scripts like that. And it's very personal. Your Comrade was the most personal film for me, and I think will be for a really long time. Lily is not much of me. Lily is a girl I was representing, and it's the thing what the team put in, the cinematographer, the actor, the director, we all came together and created Lily. If Bobby was there, Lily wouldn't have been there. So it's just like, the energies and everything which was in,
Right. And you, Nithya, can you just, after many of the 10-year journey, can you pick something that's close to you and say how you got into it?
I have to say, for me, somehow it's always been so natural and so easy. I don't like when people say what was a challenge when you were doing this film. I could never answer that question. Nothing was a challenge ever to me. That makes me realize that it's just so natural. This is the thing I'm actually best at doing, and this is what I'm meant to do. It was effortless, to be honest. At the risk of sounding narcissistic, it was truly effortless. It is always effortless for me, acting. It's never an effort. Slipping into a character for me is, when I hear a narration, so someone will come and narrate the film to me, I hear that narration and that just stays in my head constantly. I think about it constantly. I think about the scenes. I have incredibly good memory, so I remember every dialogue. I remember every scene, and I picture the whole thing in my head. I have a visual memory, so while they are narrating, I'll see the entire film. I can see the film. So I'll see the entire thing, and then that's just the film in my head. And suddenly I know how to play it. That's just how I do it. And yeah, so, but I also want to say to Rashmika that, in fact, we were just talking about it, and I feel exactly the same as you. Like, I see certain films, and I was telling them that I feel like, why am I not doing this? Why am I doing this, kind of stuff? And so I guess there's no becoming ever. Like, you never become that. I think you always will be in that
that's one thing
space.
common with a lot of actors, like we look at something and we're like, dude, that's brilliant, that's fucking brilliant, how are they doing that? It's amazing.
I was in a session with that was about women producers, and one of the things that happened there was the very first question I asked them was, do you find the topic of the session a little weird? I mean, do you want to be called women producers, or is it just producers? So, do you think there's the term actress? Do you think that's unnecessary? Because it definitely over the years has come to connote a female actor. But there's no tailoress, there is no doctoress. Do you think the term actress is something that we need to keep?
I actually never refer to myself as an actress. I always say I'm an actor. Somebody asks me, what do you do? I'm an actor. Even when I write something, I say, this is Nithya Menen, an actor.
Right.
So I've never liked that.
I had the same conversation with a teacher of mine. I was like, ma'am, what's the difference? Like, why is it an actor and an actress? She's like, actress is actually not a word. It's an actor. You're an actor. You're just a male actor or female actor if you want to, say that. But it's actually an actor. We just want to say actress or something like that, So yeah, this is something which was bothering me for a very long time, and I still didn't get an answer for that.
You, both of you have acted in different languages, different South Indian languages, and you recently made your debut in Hindi. Now, the thing is, it's one thing learning the lines, but then it's also another thing learning the lines in a language that you may not necessarily know. What is it like to keep that in mind, that even if you're going to be dubbed later, there is going to be some level of lip sync that you're going to be aiming for, so at least you've got to pronounce the words properly, while also emoting and keeping all that in mind. I think you're going to say it comes naturally to me. But, so I'll start with you.
Oh my god, it's a lot of work, because with the history of language, if I have to say it down to you, it is my language, mother tongue is different. It's Kannada Takku, so it was Kannada language, and then went to Tamil, and then back to Karnataka. After 10 years it's Kannada, and then now Telugu, and suddenly now it's Tamil. I'm like, whoa, wait. I actually think I have some issue with language because I tend to start mixing up languages. And also, people, now if I go and talk in Karnataka, people will be like, you have a different accent. If I go and talk in Tamil, people will be like, you have a different accent. So I don't know which accent is really mine, or I can't find it, But I give it all. Like, initially I would cry, making a debut in Telugu. I was like, no, I can't do this. I used to cry. No, this is Chalo.
Chalo, yes.
Yeah, so I cried in the first day. And I'm not even kidding, he's given me like 1-page dialogue. I mean, that's not normal. And then why do you want to torture me? And maybe that's why I've learned the language now so well. And Tamil, oh my god. Again, I had like 1-page dialogue first. I'm like, why do you directors do this to us? But then now I'm learning Tamil, and I tend to dub it myself because I think that's...
You dub yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one thing we owe it to them. I mean, we get paid for it. We do it for our satisfaction and all of that. So I think learning the language, learning the culture, and foods and everything matters somewhere.
I think I'm lucky because I've had a natural affinity to languages since I was very young. So I speak 6 languages quite fluently, and I can speak every language. It's just that like she said, sometimes if you're working on one language, you can't suddenly when you go to the other language, there's a little bit of a hiccup, but one day or 2 days and I'm again back to that. So actually, when I did Alamadlendi, that was my first Telugu film. I didn't know a word of Telugu. I wasn't really nervous, but I had no clue what the language was. So I would literally learn like phonetically, like Pattinchukonattuntadu Gani is a huge damn word. Like I saw it on the paper and I was like, what is this word? What is this word? Why is it like the entire page? Pattinchukonattuntadu Gani was one word. So Nandini used to keep, okay Nithu, look, pat, inch, remember inch, ko, nut, remember nut? So like that, so I was like, oh yeah, pat, inch, ko, nut. So like that I used to do. So it was not easy because I hated it, because as an actor, when you have to think about the dialogue, somewhere you're distracted, so you're not as natural as you would like to be. So it was very important that I quickly learn the language so that I can get that out of my way and I don't have to think about that because it was bothering me. So I got it out of my way and I learned how to speak Telugu. It's extremely important to me that I dub my own voice because it's part of the performance. If my voice is not there, then my performance is incomplete. So I made sure that I know it and I speak it properly.
I completely agree, like you're thinking of the dialogue and you have the camera and they're like this angle, that angle, and the director goes like, this is what you're going to think, and then you're like, wait, do I think that? Do I think this? What am I doing? What should I do? I don't know what's happening on my face because I go blank. Like action, I go blank. Subconsciously, I know what the director wants, but the language and the lines, the dictation, everything is just blank and all of that. So yeah, I completely agree what she says.
Which industry has been the toughest for you? In terms of the industry, in terms of adjusting to an industry, is there a cultural difference between the various industries you worked in?
Cultural differences, definitely. I mean, there's a difference in culture, foods, the weather.
No, not that. In terms of how the industry itself works.
I think it's just the themes, like not all people are different. It's just the themes you work with, and if sometimes the themes. Example, one of my Kannada films has Tamil, crew coming in, Telugu crew coming in, so I go there and I meet people from my Telugu film or my Tamil film. I'm like, hey, I know you from there. And he's like, oh man, Nalatina, and all of that. I'm like, and all of that. So it's a group of people, doesn't really matter which industry.
Right. What about working on Mission Manga? Was there anything different from the way?
I actually find there is a difference between the industries. There is a slight difference in the way it works, the way people are. There's a general, I think it's just a general culture of that place, which obviously seeps into the films because those are the people working. So there's a slight difference I notice in culture, in terms of how you're treated, in terms of how you're spoken to, in terms of their perception sometimes about an actress, about films, about what you do. So many things like that. There is subtle differences. Of course, there are differences in terms of content. The way they're approaching films itself is very different. Say, for example, Malayalam and Telugu, the approach to films itself somehow for generations has been very different. So there is a difference, like I have seen.
Can you just say what do you mean by approach? Content, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So Malayalam, if you see, you will never find an actor who's not damn good. Like if the actor, only if you're a really good actor, you will be an actor in Malayalam. You can't be anything less. You have to be an actor. You can't say that about every other place. But Malayalam has that. And Malayalam has actors, for example, if you've noticed, who will do any role.
Right.
They'll play anything. There's no image. That is a sort of culture in Malayalam films which has been there for several generations. Don't get regionalistic about it. I'm not praising one particular region or something like that. But it's just a very objective observation I'm having. So Malayalam has that. You cannot be mediocre as an actor. Actors also over there, if you notice, they are willing to do any character. They're not like too commercially oriented or something like that. So that kind of, there is a difference there in the way it operates. And Hindi, because you were asking about Mission Mangal, Hindi was, I had a great time, I have to say. I had a fantastic time working there. I felt that it was very professional and the whole environment was extremely professional, much more than I've seen here. The people were very, very nice. They were very supportive, like the actors. We had actors like Akshay Kumar and Vidya Balan, they're big stars, but they were so appreciative, like if a film of mine had released or if some news had come, they'll all clap, they'll be like, hey, and the minute you enter, they'll clap and they'll be like, they're truly appreciative, they're truly like that. So I found them to be very supportive. The fact that I was a debutante on Mission Mangal, everybody else was known, I was unknown, but they never made me sort of feel that. They always kept pulling me to the center, pulling me in the middle, pulling me into conversations, like because journalists didn't know what to ask me because they didn't know me. So they would constantly pull, like Akshay sir would constantly refer to me or say, oh, Nithya is really good and she's done this. And so I found them to be extremely supportive that way. Very, very nice culture and professional.
Right, Rashmika, when Nithya's done this variety of roles, and of course she's had a longer career, but I want to refer to like one particular role, and it's Telugu called All. There was a small part that she played. Now, like, how do you go about, like supposing somebody offered you a part like that, right? I mean, you're still establishing, even though you've had hits, it's still a little bit of early days for you. Would that kind of a role be of interest to you?
I'm
talking also about not just the content, but also the size of the.
I'm all about experimenting. Like I was just telling my manager, one thing is, I still feel like it is my establishing with features or maybe the new face is still happening, and I don't want it. I want to do more. Like I'm craving for more. I'm hungry for more. Give me more, and something like what Nithya has done, or something like that is brilliant. I would actually love to do, something of a negative role maybe, or something like, just say 15 or 20 days of working days for a film, and I want to be experimenting. I want to do everything. I need my hands in there.
Do you think the culture has also changed? Again, to both of you, do you think the culture has also changed that one doesn't have to strategically plan that much, and that there's a much wider range of filmmakers that allow you to do different things, and it's not like earlier days where you have to make sure that you have to be paired across opposite all the big heroes, otherwise your career kind of goes down. Like, has that changed?
I think we're constantly evolving, and we are constantly evolving does not mean the audience is still there. Even the audience are like, dude, we've seen this already, give us something new, give us something more. I don't think it matters.
It was always there even when I was working, but I never conformed to it, I think. That was always there, that culture. Sure, if you want to conform to it, yeah, it's there.
So, let's say, what advice would you give Rashmika if she said, I want to become this really, really top blockbuster hero? Is that something that she would have to do, like act opposite all the top stars? Is that the only way to go about it?
I would be the wrong person to ask because I never wanted that, you see. Like I said, my indifference to it initially sort of almost served me well in the fact that I didn't care. So I had nothing to lose. So I always approached it in that way. Today I have nothing to lose. If I don't do this, I'll go do something else. So I can't say what it might be like for a person who wants to do something or make it big. But I would say I still did what I wanted, but I'm here now.
Right.
And I think that's important. Merit is extremely important. I think do a good job, be good at what you do. I mean, do the job that you're really good at. I think that's extremely important. Make sure that you're good at it if you're doing it. Don't be mediocre at it.
Right now I'm in the state of mind, I think, I'm still learning. So I am firstly in the state of mind where I need to listen, I need to see, I need to watch, I need to plan. So, and the other thing, right now what I believe is, 10 years down the lane or 20 years down the lane, you need to look back and celebrate your craft. It's not being there or doing that or whatever. I'll do everything. Like, I want to experiment, I want to know what I'm capable of. But I think it's more of being proud of what you've done and, just celebrating it later on.
Right, so it's a parallel thing. That is, you want, like, it's important to have big films, good roles, but also good roles which allow you a certain amount of performance flexibility and things like that.
Yeah, I keep telling the directors one thing. So the thing with directors is, in certain films, they tell you the character, but they just before the shot, they don't come and tell us what they actually want. And
They
don't actually tell you what they actually want. And this has happened before. And I used to be like, sir, what should I do? And they used to be like, oh, do what you can, but see what we want. And I used to be like, but I don't know what to do. I know the character, but then you need to get more out of me. That's happened sometimes, but I feel like where people actually appreciate my craft is where the director is given attention to me and has, brought up like things like the performance, the skill out of me. So yeah, that's one.
How about you, Nithya? Have directors that you work with allowed you to do your own thing because you're clearly a thinking actor and you
Yes.
kind of thing? Or have you been under situations sometimes where people say, no, this is exactly what I want to do?
Yeah. I cannot be over-directed. If you direct me too much, you'll mess it up. And most directors I work with, I choose those kind of people who get me, who get the kind of actor that I am. Different actors are different. Different actors' approach is very different. I'm not method at all. I'm completely spontaneous. So if you mess with the spontaneity somewhere, you lose magic. So most directors I work with know that. They don't do anything. Manisa, for example, used to never direct me. So for the longest time, I thought he wasn't happy with me. So we went through OK Company's shoot, right? And I thought I was not doing a good job because he would just not even look at me. He would just not say anything. And Manisa is not a complimenting type. So I heard him say good once for one scene, which is, that scene which I cried. I was telling Dulkar about my parents in the ashram, in that Sabarmati ashram. There we finished, he came and he patted me and he said, good. So I was like, oh, maybe that one scene he's happy with and he's not happy with anything. But then we were doing an interview later on, and the interviewer asked me, so what was it like working with great people like Dulkar Salman and Mani and everything? And I looked at Manisa and he said, and I was like, oh my God, I think he liked what I did. So that's when I realized he said, tell them you just did that. So, that's when I realized. So they just, because he knew that he doesn't need to mess with me, like he can just let it be and it's okay. So I don't like to be over-directed actually. I can actually just do my thing. But then, of course, a director's vision is always there. That's the final vision. So if there's something that is going different from what he's thinking, then they'll come and tell me, Nithya, I was actually thinking of doing it this way. And I'll say, okay, that's what you want. Okay, done. So I'll shift immediately.
But when you see, because you're spontaneous, as you said, how far does this spontaneity carry you? For instance, like Urmi is a period film, right? You don't want to be too contemporary in that. So there's a certain thought that has to go into how you maybe walk or like talk or because you don't want to be in like the Nithya and Urmi that you're in 100 Days of Love or something. So where does the spontaneity end and where does the slight deliberateness, if I may, not method because that's not you, but where does that balance?
That's the thing about being an actor. It's not one thing. It's several things. So you can be a spontaneous actor, but it doesn't mean that you're not thinking.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're not applying yourself to what is happening there. Along with being spontaneous and being really natural, you're also remembering your lines at that time. Along with remembering your lines, you're being spontaneous. Along with that, you're thinking about something else. You're thinking about the position, for example, that they said. So an actor has to do several things together and multitask together. When it comes to understanding a character, I think it also takes emotional intelligence more than anything. So that emotional intelligence sort of makes you suddenly connect to that character. You just know what this, say I'm playing someone like in Kanchana 2, right? Like it's a very, very different kind of a character. But somewhere my emotional intelligence connects to that character and says, this is the kind of person she is. And maybe nuances of body language you've seen somewhere or something like that. Or from your own imagination. And of course the directors will give you their input on technically, certain things. So I would not say the spontaneity is there in the background as your way of acting, but along with it, it involves work as well.
Okay. I'm going to wrap up in a bit, so just ask you both one last question. Is there a difference between acting in, let's say, in your case, a Dear Comrade versus an Anjan, and in your case, let's say, a Mersal versus a T.K. Rajiv Kumar film? The two universes of very, very mainstream and I wouldn't call Dear Comrade not mainstream, but I'm saying slightly alternate universe. I mean, is there a difference at all, or is everything just acting?
Anjan Putra was new, I was a baby, and Dear Comrade was a little grown up in the craft, so I wanted to be, like I said, now I'm learning a lot of things. So I feel Dear Comrade, I gave in a lot more, like I already mentioned, and Anjali Putra, I don't even know what I was doing. I was just like, okay, so this is what it takes to be acting. But Dear Comrade, I was like, what if we do that? What if we do this? What if we say this and this? Because I was quite, involved in Lily. Like I knew.
No, I was also talking about the difference in the emotional temperature of the two films. The zones are so different, right? One is very masala and one is...
Yeah.
So is both the same kind of preparation or internal work or whatever it is, or is it easier in one than in the other?
I think Lily is much, it's complicated. It's easy and yet very difficult. In Anjali Putra, it's easy yet difficult for the masala mix and everything. But every film is different, right? Every film, you don't really prep. I don't know how you prep for a character. I just read about the character and, read and listen and talk about the character. I think that's when I start knowing the difference. But yeah, I don't know how the prep and everything else happens.
I actually find it extremely enjoyable to do films like a P.K. Rajiv Kumar film. That's the difference for me. I enjoy myself when I do a film like Kodambi or I do a film, I enjoy myself. I feel like an artist. I feel nourished. I feel like I'm in the right environment. The other thing, I may do a little bit more in a detached way.
Thank you. Questions from the audience?
Yeah. Sir, here.
Should I put the mic?
Very good morning. My question is to both leading actresses. Both have, in an early stage, you have grown up in Bangalore, which is known for multilinguistic and multicultural. So how much that has been influence on you or made helpful to work across various industries? And to Rashmika, my two questions, your upcoming films like Pogaru, Dhruva and Bhishma, all the publicity materials you have got equal mileage so far. But we are still missing in Mahesh Babu's film, not even one glimpse we have not seen. So how do you react on that one? And one more question.
Please restrict yourself to one question. Let us like so many people wanting to ask.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, growing up in Bangalore has definitely been a huge advantage in terms of language because I grew up in an extremely multilingual house. We listened to Kannada music, we speak Tamil very, very fluently, speak Malayalam at home. So different languages were definitely very close to me. So that makes things very easy for me.
For me, the question was why Sarah does so little and why Ishwar and Pogaru is much more. Well, I think Sarah, why there's not much of me is because once I get revealed, I think something in the film, gets revealed and we don't want that revealing happening. So we'll come as much as late as possible, but yeah, you'll see. You'll know what I'm talking about after the release.
My question is for Nithya, Menen. This is my observation when I've seen your films and my observation with the interview that I've seen now. There's this no bullshit attitude and no pretense that you have. So where does that come from?
That's how
I've literally not been able to be any other way. I can't be any other way. I try to be a little less, to be a little more diplomatic and stuff, because it's a little more easier, I think, but I really can't be any other way.
Was that how you were raised?
Not raised, I think that's just who I am. It's just my personality.
Yeah, hold the mic. Just somebody is taking the mic.
Ma'am, my name is Suresh. My question to you is for Nithya, ma'am. For your last film, Mr. Mangal, you had played a character named Varsha. So, what did you love about that character?
What did I love about the character? Do I have to love the character? It was It was not an extremely substantial character for me to love it so much or something. I think the movie in general is a very nice film, and I think that movie is more about a team rather than any particular character. Certain films you can pick a character. Okay, Kanmani, I can pick the character. That characterization is so strong. With Mission Mangal, it's more about the film in general, and we are all like pegs in the film.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hello Rashmika, I'm Menen. My question is, like you have a growing fan following from the Bollywood side as well. So are we getting something?
That's nice, I didn't know that.
She was going to move on from you to Karnataka.
You could become a Bollywood fan.
Sorry?
You could become a Bollywood fan.
Sure. I'm the senior.
Any
So once in a while I don't have, but I'm glad. It's just about, I don't know, I think I like what I'm doing. So I'm just glad people are supportive and they like what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, can someone give us, yeah.
Hello, sir. Hi,
Yeah.
ma'am. My question to both of you is that, being a female actor, what was the journey or difficulty in this industry? Because whenever any aspiring female actor puts a wish forward to someone, they always say that it's not safe or something like that. Just wanted to know by your experience, was this words really mean something?
You are as safe as you allow yourself to be. Always. I have a real problem and issue with people saying this happened. Nobody will force anything on you unless you let it happen to yourself. It has never happened to me that I felt unsafe. I've definitely seen bad behavior and I've called them out on it. I said, don't behave like this. Don't you have any respect? Like I've spoken to people like that. And I've said, don't do that. What are you doing? Stuff like that. So yes, bad behavior is there. It's there everywhere. It's not just in the film industry. That's another myth, that it's only in the film industry. No, people like that, they're everywhere. But you can decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do, how much you want to compromise, how much you don't want to compromise. It's all up to you. So you're not helpless. Never be helpless.
And I completely agree to every word she says. And it's your personal choice. Because you out there, it's you after, you grow up to be an adult. Just
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi. Extending on that question, you just said it's not just in the film industry, but one of the things that happens is that because it's such a visible industry and because it is so consumed, like after cricket, cricket and films are pretty much the general religion. So anything that happens in the film industry is magnified 100-fold because the same thing may be happening in the pharmaceutical industry, wherever else. How is that? Do you find that problematic?
Yes, that's why I like to answer questions like this. I take every opportunity to say, do not ostracize the film industry as if it's some unique, bizarre thing that's happening, which is like so unrelatable and all. It's not. We're normal people working in different fields of work, and whatever happens in the society happens in the film industry. Like whatever people are there in the society are there in the film industry. But terrible things happen in the society that are unspeakable. It does not happen in the film industry. Actually, I feel very safe there, if you ask me. The people are very supportive, they're very protective of you. There are 200 men on the set. If something happens, they will take care of you. So I feel very safe, actually.
Hi. Question to both of you. Have you watched all the world's best actresses and whom do you adore? Do you do that? Watching all the best actors in the world cinema. And number two, since you have come here, if you are here 8 days, there are about 300, 500 film directors here. Did you try to approach to work in their films? So that is Italian, French, German, Arabic. Did you try to meet them?
Why are you consulting?
She's saying you answer. I'm saying yeah.
Have I watched world cinema like all the things?
best actresses.
Best actresses? No,
All India,
No.
India and the world cinema, and there are so many, the hundreds of great actresses. Have you watched them?
Many of my films only I've watched. I don't know. But no, the answer is no. And secondly, have I approached? No, I didn't meet any of them. I should meet, yeah. I mean, it'll be fun, at least not to, ask them if I can be a part of the cinema, just to know how, their working is. Like I said, this is the time where I have to listen, watch, and clap. I'm standing by that.
Excuse me, ma'am. This question for both of you. As a leading actresses, what is the definition of a star according to you both?
Star?
Star. What's your opinion about a star according to you both? How do you define it? From actor-actress point of view.
I guess a star would be someone who has a substantial commercial market behind them.
And I'm going
Yeah, I think it's all about the numbers which makes you star. Somehow people perceive that.
It's just doing only commercial film a star or doing content film also a
No,
star?
under star there's a lot of, description which comes by it, but if you just say a mainstream star, I think that's that.
I sometimes feel content-oriented actor is also a star, but
Yeah.
that never happened. So
Yeah.
that's why I asked.
But I also think it's different kinds of startup, right? It's one is the ability to pull people to the first couple of days of the screen of a film's release. The other one is to like on festival circuit, like Isabel Huppert was awarded a lifetime achievement award here. She's a star, but can she draw substantial crowds to her films? Probably not, but she's an international star, so I don't know. I guess it's different, things.
ஹாய் என்னோட பேர் யோகி ஆக்சுவலி தமிழ் சினிமாவில் எந்த ஹீரோவுக்கு நடிக்கிறது உங்களுக்கு ஆசைப்படுறீங்க
யார்கிட்ட கேட்குறீங்க?
ராஷ்மிகா.
Yeah, so this is the answer that's going to be quoted in newspapers all over, so be very careful.
Yes.
You can get already shortwave heroine, already item portfolio.
பொறுப்பு பார்க்கலாம்னு ஆசை தான்.
I'm just glad.
But எனக்கு அப்படி I never had like that. இவங்க கூட நடிக்கணும், இவங்க கூட இந்த டைரக்டர் கூட பண்ணணும் அப்படி எனக்கு I never had such feelings.
We may have one.
Hi, I have a question here. So, this is for both of you, and I would need a view of both of you in this. So, a lot of times we have seen that a lot of movies that actors do, people tend to get like very seriously influenced by it. Like in terms like we've been seeing like how there's a controversy about Arjun, which has been going on for the last 2 years. Though the movies adapted in Tamil and Hindi, it's become a blockbuster in every language. But as a actors, do you think like we need to take every character of movies so seriously, or we should just treat like movies like a story and a movie and get over it and finish with it? Or do we like really have to get influenced and get carried away with every single character which is being played by you? Doesn't that make you also so conscious about selecting something offbeat then? So don't you think as audiences we need to like move on after every movie and stop discussing about every role and getting so influenced by it?
I finally thought we had a panel where Arjun Reddy wouldn't come up with. After this journey, I thought, okay, safe. No, we're not going near Arjun Reddy.
That's just a reference, but I'm saying other vibe also.
It's a very vast thing what you're asking, because it works both ways. Do we have a responsibility to put out good content? Yes. We should all be responsible. We can't just put out something which influences people in a negative way. I personally don't think we should do that. I personally feel it's my responsibility to not portray, for example, women in the wrong way. It's my responsibility. I take it as a responsibility. I say no to films. I say no to money for that. Do I think we should? Yes, we should. But also, should the audience, see, I think either watch a film if you like to watch it. Don't watch it if you don't like to watch it. Don't watch it and then say it was terrible. Like, just don't watch the film. Don't watch certain kinds of films. Just avoid it or something. And yeah, I think certain things are so complicated. Like, people get offended for everything today. Religion, politics, these are things that are so sensitive. That definitely, I think it puts a thing on creativity, because you can't sometimes just be creative and make something. I used to always feel like, the movies long back, a few years ago, people were very chill about a lot of things. It was easier. Today, everything is sensitive. So you have to be very careful what you say, what you do, what you show. Everyone gets sensitive. So that kind of makes it a bit of a mood killer. But yeah, this is I don't know if there's an answer to this.
When you say, women in a wrong way, let's say you have a character where you have, like let's say, an older woman who's fond of seducing young schoolboys. Let's say, like some, sorry. Let's say you get this character of an older woman who's seducing schoolboys or something, and that's the thing. But that's a genuine character, right? I mean, I don't know. Can we even define what's a wrong woman?
Yes. No, it's not about wrong woman. Like I said, I'm not conservative. It's not about certain storylines. What I look at is the honesty in it. You honestly tell me a story about a woman who does this, like Reader, for example.
Yeah.
What a beautiful film! I love it. I would love to do a film like that. I would not shy away from doing a film like that. So it's not about being conservative, or it's not like that. But there's a sort of dishonesty sometimes in the way it's played. It's only portrayed just for exactly. When that happens, I have a problem with that. Like, I don't think that you should really give in to that. Why should you be that sort of cheap piece of this thing that people can just get some enjoyment from? That.
We have time for one last question.
Yeah, both of you can ask. We'll have a quick answer.
Can I just ask it?
Yeah.
So my name is Nithya. I'm an aspiring actor, and so there are various people who tell different things to you, especially when you're starting. So there is a whole school of people who tell me don't take small roles, you get slotted, and there are character roles, and like don't take mommy roles, and blah 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 blah. And there is this school of thought which says that any role that comes to you should be a learning experience, and just don't wait for that lead role to come by and waste such time, because slotting doesn't really work. So I'm sure you all must have been there and that. I just genuinely want advice as to what is real.
The thing with this, especially with this profession, is everyone has their own path. We can never give a general path, because there are actors who have started when they were children. There are actors who have become huge actors sitting at the Oscars who started at 45 or 50. So can you make a generalization? No. Especially with this, you cannot make a generalization. You have to pave your own path. You have to walk your own path. So, me personally, I can talk about only me personally. I have not ever thought about such things. I have just done what felt right to me, what intuitively just felt right to me. If I like the character, I was like, hey, this is such a nice character, let me do it. I don't think about screen time, or I don't think about playing a mother, which I've done several times. So, I don't think about it. It's worked for me, I think. Of course, it comes with everything has a consequence. So it will come with a consequence. So people will slot you into that. But you find your way through it. You'll find a way to, grow through that profession. So, are you good at what you do?
I think so.
Okay, you should be sure. You should say, I am good. Then it will be fine. It will work out.
So, Rashmika, would you do a mummy role?
You know, something like this came up, and my crowd was saying two different things. What would you do? You don't even know how to be a mummy. I was like, you don't realize that I have a 6-year-old sister. You know, she was born when I was 16. So yeah, so there was the thing of my mom getting pregnant and me taking care of her, and then changing the diapers for my sister. So I was like, dude, I would actually love to be a mommy. But I think, if I may say, I think what I do is listen to everything, but take in what you want to take in. I think that's the best way, because nobody else will know you better than you know you. So, yeah.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Rishi. So the question is for you, Nithya. So have you had any character which had an impact on you, and have you overgone some depression to overcross or overcome the character, and what was that character?
Have I overcome?
That character, yeah, somewhat like that, where someone goes into different, for example, if you take Dhanush, he has
Oh, okay,
yeah.
you're talking about method acting.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a method actor. I can do method actors are people who take the character into themselves and they get really impacted, but they really stay in the character a lot. I don't stay in the character at all. The minute they say cut, like I can have tears and then I can cry and I'll really cry. And then when they say cut, I'll be like, is it okay? Is the shot okay? Like I switch that quickly, like that much detachment I have. So I don't really get it. I don't get
What
it.
was the one favorite character you made? Both of you.
Favorite
character?
It's hard to say.
I'm just thinking you can just finish it
Well, the previous question, I think I'm in the state where I am not able to move on from the character I play. I'm so involved in some characters, I think it changes me personally. Like how I look at things and what I think is important and not. I don't know, somehow it influences you personally also when you play a character. And easily, really well. Like, I think really it has it all.
Thank you.
Ma'am, one last. No, that's sorry. We have to really wrap up because we're here for the next session. Sorry about that. Do you want to just answer?
I'll personally talk to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.